Welcome to the weekend report for September 15th, 2023. Thanks for joining me today. I want to talk about what's in the news. So let's get right to it with a couple of slides here. We've talked several weeks about a recession, whether it's going to happen or not. Everybody has a different opinion, and that's exactly what this slide shows. Goldman Sachs saying there's a 15% chance of that, but the New York Fed is saying a 95% chance. So it just depends on who you're talking to and what their opinion is to what is going to happen. Now, also on the slide is GDP and the actual estimates for Q3. And the reason why we talk about GDP is historically, when you see two negative quarters of GDP reported, you typically see the economy go into recession. Now that has happened, but no one has actually claimed or called the recession at this point. So again, just interesting to see what's going on in the industry. But Atlanta Fed is saying that for Q3, the expectation is 5.6%. But then the St. Louis Fed saying a negative quarter. So it just depends on who you're talking to as to whether there will be a recession or not. Now, this week, CPI came out. That is wholesale inflation. Headline numbers did show a tick up month over month, but year over year, we are still continuing to see declines. Now, what made up kind of the core of those reports, kind of that had the biggest impact, you can see highlighted in yellow where energy costs were up 5.6%, gasoline up 10.6%, food up just a hair at 0.2%, but airfare is up 4.9% just because of those fuel costs going up. Now, one of the biggest challenges in our inflationary numbers has been the shelter component. It does make up 43% of the core number, and it is lagging data. So it takes a while for what the actual market is doing presently to really reflect later on in those numbers. So you can see that year over year, yes, we are trending down on these numbers, but slight tick up in some of these costs. It's better than what we've seen over the past couple of months, and lodging away is actually negative 3%. So very interesting. Now, here's my theory on that. I blame shelter lodging away numbers being so high over the past several months because of the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. The number of people that traveled for her tour were insane. You know, several cities reporting a huge bump in income in revenue from her tour being in their state. And I read crazy reports about people that had the opportunity to purchase her tickets, but if they purchased her tickets, they wouldn't be able to pay their monthly bills, and they were opting to go to her concert. Now, I love Taylor Swift too. I would have loved to go to her concert, but if I had to make a choice between going to her concert and paying my bills, I'm picking my bills every day of the week and twice on Sunday. I'm sorry. That's just who I am. My credit's important to me. So if you're really young and throwing your credit away over a concert, that's suspect behavior to me. Also this week, we're getting new numbers for July on home appreciation. CoreLogic, Black Knight, and Zillow all reporting what they're seeing. Again, all showing slight uptick month over month. So again, home values are supported. As we see that the level of demand exceeds the amount of inventory out there, this will continue to support home values. So those of you people waiting and hoping that home values come down, there's just nothing to suggest that's going to happen, and especially in the Colorado market. Just, we are one of the higher cost states in the nation there when it comes to home values. So, and there's a large demand. It's just not going to go anywhere. So also this week, we had jobless claims showed up for initial claims up 3,000, continuing claims up 4,000. Mortgage applications, I've been reporting this to you for the past several weeks. Purchases were up 1% despite what the market's been doing, and refis were down 5%. So let's take a look at the market right now. You can see that we are down 27 basis points on the day. This is on the heels of the strike from the auto unions. This could have a adverse impact to us if this drags out for a couple of weeks. You could see used car sale prices going up. That would be an inflationary impact to our numbers. So adverse to the MBS market. We were having a relatively good, a respectable week. It wasn't anything to get to write home and get excited about. There was a few green bars, but then you could see yesterday and definitely today, we are definitely losing some ground. So that is what is going on this week. If you have any questions, please do reach out to me. I do appreciate when you like and share my videos. If you have questions, you might want to call me directly or DM me. The fastest way to get a hold of me. I will be out of town this week. I'm going to LA. It's the home opener in the SoFi Stadium against the 49ers. And that's the one game I always like to go to every year because of the rivalry. So I will be gone and enjoying that game. And I expect a Rams win this time. They're not so good against the Raiders or the 49ers at home during regular season, but we always beat them in the preseason or the postseason. So that's what's really more important. But I want to win. So anyways, hope you have a great weekend. I will see you next week.